they whispered when she coughed, laughed when she struggled to breathe, and rolled their eyes when she missed school again. But the girl they bullied for being too sick to matter. She grew up to become the voice thousands never had. This is her story. Welcome to Uplifting Moral Stories, stories that heal, inspire, educate, and empower. Let's begin. Maya was born fighting. Before she could even walk, she was in and out of hospitals diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, a chronic genetic disorder that affects the lungs and digestive system. Every breath she took was a battle. But to her classmates, she looked normal. That's why they didn't understand. When she couldn't run, or when she coughed endlessly in class. Middle school was the hardest. Stay away, she's always coughing. She's gross, and just like that, Maya went from the quiet girl to the sick girl no one wanted to sit next to. Behind her smile was a girl who was exhausted not just from cystic fibrosis, but from being treated like a burden. Her illness wasn't just stealing her breath. It was stealing her self-esteem. She wore oxygen tubes at home, took 30 pills a day. But at school, she wore a mask not just on her face, but over her heart, until one moment shattered everything. One winter afternoon during a group presentation, Maya coughed uncontrollably. Her lungs burned, her throat tightened. She could barely speak. A classmate muttered, loud enough for everyone to hear, "Why is she even in school? She should stay home and stop spreading her disease." Laughter followed. That moment shattered her silence. Maya ran out of the room humiliated, heartbroken, and gasping for air, both literally and emotionally. She locked herself in the nurse's bathroom and cried, not because of the pain in her chest, but because no one understood. That night, her mom sat beside her hospital bed after another emergency. "Maya," her mom whispered. "Maybe they laugh because they don't know what cystic fibrosis is. Maybe. It's time you teach them." And just like that, a spark ignited. Instead of hiding her illness, Maya started talking about it. She asked her school if she could give a presentation on cystic fibrosis. Some students rolled their eyes, until she walked in, oxygen tank by her side, and said, "Hi. I'm Maya. I have cystic fibrosis, and I'm not contagious. But your words have infected me for years." The room went silent. After that presentation, something changed. Maya was still sick. She still had to fight to breathe every day. But now, she wasn't hiding. She started a blog called Breathe With. Maya sharing her hospital routines, her meds, her fears, and most importantly, her truth. Her first post read, "I don't want pity. I want understanding." People started listening. Parents of kids with CF wrote her. Nurses shared her posts. Then one day, a hospital reached out. "Would you speak at our patient advocacy event?" Maya was just 15, but she walked into that auditorium with more courage than most adults. She told lawmakers and healthcare professionals what it really means to grow up with cystic fibrosis and how hospitals could do better. By 17, Maya had become a youth advocate for cystic fibrosis awareness. She helped redesign teen hospital rooms to feel less isolating. She raised money to donate therapy pets to long-term pediatric patients, and the same kids who once laughed at her, they now shared her posts, followed her blog. Some even apologized. Maya didn't just change their minds, she changed their hearts. Her story didn't stay in her school or even in her city. A national news outlet featured her blog. She was invited to speak on TV, to sit on youth health panels, to help shape policy for young patients with chronic illness. People didn't see the sick girl anymore. They saw a fighter, a leader, a change maker. But Maya never forgot where it all started: the bathroom stall, the coughs, the stares. That's why she launched a program called Breathe Brave, a campaign that empowers young people with cystic fibrosis to tell their stories and educate their schools and communities. Her mission: turn shame into strength, turn bullies into believers. Epilogue: her breath, her voice. Today, Maya is still fighting cystic fibrosis. Every breath is a reminder of her resilience. But she says the worst pain she ever endured wasn't from her lungs, it was from being silenced. And now, she'll never be quiet again. She didn't just survive, she became the voice thousands had been waiting for. Cystic fibrosis is a chronic, life-shortening genetic condition that affects the lungs and digestive system. There's no cure yet, but there is courage, and Maya proved that one voice, even a breathless one, can echo loud enough to change lives. Narrator, bullying doesn't just hurt its silences, but knowledge, empathy, and storytelling can break that silence. So to anyone living with a chronic illness, visible or invisible, you are not your diagnosis. You are your strength. And to anyone watching this, let's use our voices for good. Let's choose kindness. Let's advocate for understanding. Share this story. Leave a comment for Maya or someone like her. And if this inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this world needs more breath takers and more breath givers.